What's up, guys, gals, non-binary pals, and none of the above? This is DL back here. We are covering our participation in the TBL versus TTM war. So that's the Twitch Battle League, which is a league run by Goldo Dragon, versus the Token Minorities, which that's I know it's a YouTube channel with people in it. It's not really a league, I guess. So I don't know how it's a league war. Apparently, they just sort of assembled their all-star team for us. Yeah. Anyways, I am not actually a member of the TBL. I guess that you could consider me an affiliate. Some of my good friends are in it, like Kohanks, Shen, Hydra. You know, I've team built a lot for people in there. You know, I've helped Kohanks win the summer league this past season. You know, I did a lot helping with Shen on during his playoff run. He just won this past season at TBL. You know, Shen is out there becoming a dad, Papa Shen. So he wasn't available to participate in this TBL versus TTM war, and he asked me to, you know, take over his place. You know, fill in for him. You know, we had to make Shen proud. You know, because that's our boy. And yeah, so here we are. And so there was 6 players on each team. And there's like a big draft board. It was a points draft. And so we were coordinating with like our teammates with what Pokemon we wanted to pick and such. And we ended up employing a draft strategy where we tried to take all the good steel types. And yeah, you'll see we have 2 of them. So let me go over my team real quick. I've got Pickled Draco, the Megalodios. This is a mashup of my Dragonite nickname, Pickle Rick. Just goes along with my Scizor here. And also my Megalodios nickname, which is Drop a Draco. So yeah, I got Megalodios in the first round. It's I've never had Megalodios before. I've had Megalodios a couple times. This thing is a lot bulkier. Not quite as good at like 3 attacks roost sets, but probably a better Calm Minesweeper. You know, a great defogger. This thing can just do so many things for the team, especially the team that I built around it. You know, defog, Calm Mind, it's Wish, Healing Wish. Yeah, those are really the main sorts of sets. T-Wave as well is another cool option. My second pick, I got Scizor, which is a Pokemon I've been enjoying quite a bit. Some things I just drafted because I thought they were slightly underpriced. Like I got this for 12 points. Yeah, Scizor's a good Pokemon Technician. You know, really good Banded, SD, decent Defogger. You know, Bulk. You can run Curse. But yeah, so it's a real nice Steel type for the team. I decided it's the one I wanted. And then I had to get my boy Staraptor. I love Staraptor. I only had it in 1 league before, and that league died in like 2 weeks. But Staraptor got like 5 kills in one of those games. This thing hits hard as a truck. Like everybody thinks of Talonflame when they think of bird spam, but Reckless, Reckless Brave Bird, and also Reckless Double Edge, coming off that 120 attack stat. This thing is vicious, especially with other teams sort of lacking in quality steel types. And then I took Heatran. You know, we're taking all the steels. One of the main downsides to Scizor as a steel type is it's not a flying resist. So I wanted to make sure that I got a steel that did resist flying. And by having my fire type also be a steel type, you know, I started covering the potential rock weakness. As Scizor as a steel type also doesn't resist rock, which are 2 things that you often want your steel type to be able to deal with. We got Tangrowth. I wanted a nice grass type who could come in on things like Scalds pretty easily. Just a nice bulky offense pivot. I've never used Tangrowth before. I've used Tangela. Yeah, we got Noodly Appendage. Shout outs to the Flying Spaghetti Monster. Oh yeah, my nickname's Bones. That's a rapper because it's a emo bird. Bones is one of my favorite emo rappers. And yeah, we got Stray coming back from KSL Season 2. My stray dog. And next up we have Palisand, which I took round 6, which some people might think it's a little early. But I really valued Palisand on my team, and I did not want to take any chances with this thing being sniped. Yeah, Dublin Castle to Palisand. It's an excellent stealth rocker. Pretty nice defensive typing. As you see, really good defensive stats. Pretty decent offenses with 100 special attack. Shadow Ball and Earth Power, pretty nice for ground attacks. And yeah, this is a really, really solid rock resist, which I thought my team would appreciate since neither of my steel types resist rock. And with the flying type not resisting fighting, I thought having a really sturdy ghost type would be appreciated as well. Then we took a little Impersion. I hit that nice 115 speed tier, which is something my team really needed. I decided to Z Heatran and Persian. I did this based off of I looked at the 6 teams and other people's teams, and I decided that those are the most likely I would want to bring Z. My other main option was Azu here, but I didn't really see Z Belly Drum being too great in too many matchups. Yeah, Persian. It's a really cool Pokemon. I really liked the idea of pairing this with Staraptor. The main issue with Staraptor is it kills itself with the recoil moves, and if you can Z Parting Shot, bring it back up to full health, that can just be a game changer. Azumarill, it's a Pokemon I've used a decent amount. Yeah, I've had this. Yeah, I think I've only drafted this once, and that was a league that lasted like 4 weeks. But Azu's pretty cool. It's not the bulkiest fairy in the world, but I do have 2 steel types, so some of the dragon checking pressure is relieved from it. And you can run bulky sets like Whirlpool, Sap Sipper, Paris Trap Azu. It's a pretty cool set. Banded's good. Belly Drum. Those are probably like the main 3 sets. I guess there's like Life Orb as well. But just a good typing. Water Fairy really synergized well with my steel types with covering the fire weakness of Scizor. And yeah, it's pretty nice. Next up we have Nihilego, which another Pokemon just like Staraptor that capitalized on the other team not having great steel types. Nihilego is a Pokemon I was super excited to use. It just seemed really customizable in a lot of different ways that I thought really fit like the things I appreciate in a Pokemon. It's named after my pal Autumn. Oh yeah, and Azumarill's named Duchess. So it gets access to rocks and T-Spikes. So this is my 3rd Stealth Rocker, which is nice. Gives me access to T-Spikes as well. Good Scarf user. Really great user of Expert Belt. As you can see, it gets a ton of different moves. And as an Ultra Beast, it's pretty cool because you can tailor the EVs to give you either a special attack boost, special defense boost, or speed boost. So really neat Pokemon. Just can't really hit Seals too well. And then I decided to get Electivire next. I really needed some good flying resists, I felt. Nihilego gave me really nice specially defensive flying resists to take things like Hurricanes from stuff like Torn. But stuff like Brave Bird was still looking pretty scary. And Electivire also hit a really nice speed tier here at 95. Cool additional electric immunity. Since my ground type's Palossand, that's it's a good Pokemon, but sometimes you want to bring other things. So it's just nice having another electric immunity. It gets Wild Charge, Ice Punch, Earthquake, Fire Punch. Pretty cool coverage. It's decently strong, but oftentimes not quite strong enough. It was pretty cheap. And yeah, we got Shiny Evire, my Cheeto Puff. And then going into the last round, I really needed some Dark Resists and some Rock Resists. I know I needed a fighting type. One of my teammates was originally supposed to take this, but he went with Drampa instead. So we got Como-O, which gave me some really great bulk. As you can see, it's got fantastic defensive stats. Gave me a 4th Stealth Rocker, really cool abilities in Bulletproof, Soundproof, and Overcoat. And, excellent setup sweeper, physical or mixed with moves like Bulk Up, Dragon Dance, Belly Drum, Autotomize, Rock Polish. Yeah. And as you can see, it's got an enormous move pool. Like Taunt, SD, like Outrage, Poison Jab, Iron Head, Flash Cannon, Flamethrower. Gets access to close combat. Got Draco, Claying Scales, Earthquake. Just this thing's awesome. So yeah, that's my team. And now we're gonna go into my first match. This shouldn't take too long. I'm not covering this game because it wasn't that good of a game, but my second battle actually against Chris. So Chris, as you can see, has Mega Diancie, Amoonguss, Kieran Black, Hoopa Unbound, Skarmory, Chansey, Rabombi, Rotom Heat, Swampert, Hitmontop, and Pyroar. So he's got a semi-stall team with just some ridiculously hard-hitting breakers in Kieran Black and Hoopa Unbound. I sort of studied him a bit. He played Kohanks before he played me. I got a feel for like the kind of sets he likes to run, like Spikes, Whirlwind, Skarmory, for example. And yeah, so going into the matchup, I was like, how am I gonna get up rocks? He has Mega Diancie. I decided that a Trapper Heat Ram with Taunt, Magma Storm, Stealth Rock, and Toxic would probably be a really nice set, able to beat both Skarmory and Chansey with the combination of Magma Storm, Taunt, and Toxic. Heat Ram does beat Chansey as long as you hit your Magma Storms. And then I wanted leftovers just to help me avoid the KO from Seismic Toss from Chansey. And I don't have the Steel move to hit Mega Diancie, which would be about the only thing I need it for. But he could potentially be scared of Flash Cannon or Earth Power coming out. So he might not bring Mega Diancie in hard on this. My second Pokemon I went with, it's a really cool set. It's a Life Orb mixed attacking Como with Autotomize. At +2, this outspeeds everything on his team, including things like Scarf Kieran Black and Scarf Rotom, which I consider to be pretty decent options. Life Orb Flamethrower with a special attack investment will OHKO Skarmory after rocks if it's Fizz Def Skarmory, which I 100% expected because of this guy over here. Yeah, close combat just was nice for blowing Blissey back, hitting Kieran Black. Flamethrower was also really nice for Amoonguss, which I thought was pretty threatening to my team. I had to decide on my abilities if he was going to be Spore, in which case I want Overcoat, or if he was going to be Sludge Bomb, in which case I want Bulletproof. And I decided that Bulletproof was more helpful, also because of the threat of Hoopa Unbound. If that was choice locked into Focus Blast, or also if he's choice locked into a Dark move, then it'd be a perfect opportunity for a Como to set up. And Flash Cannons for Mega Diancie, because that Pokemon is a huge threat to my team. Next up we have Choice Band Scizor. This is the best Scizor set because it has a chance against Skarmory because we can get momentum with U-turn. It can be very nice against this team, particularly if we knock off Skarmory's Rocky Helmet. Bullet Punch just does a number on his offense. Like it OHKOs, Mega Diancie, Rabombi. I'm sure it does 10 million to Kieran. I know it does a lot to Hoopa. So Heatran and Como should be able to deal with his bulk pretty well. And then Scizor is a really nice, Banded Scizor is a really nice check to his offensive threats. And yeah, looking so far, Mega Diancie just kind of picks up KOs on everything. I mean, he'd have to HP fire Scizor on the switch, but I decided I needed a really good check with that, so I decided to go with especially defensive Assault Vest Tangrowth. Knockoff to get rid of items, particularly Chansey's Eviolite and Skarmory's Helmet are things I really value getting rid of. Focus Blast hit Kieran Black, but also would hit Skarmory pretty decently. Got Giga Drain for General Grass Stab, especially for things like Swampert and Mega Diancie. And then last move I decided to put on Endeavor, which could be really nice for weakening down things like Skarmory and Chansey to like 1 HP. You know, basically neutralizing big wall to my team. I'll go over the Neoliga last. Next we have Megalodios, which we got a really fast set max speed to speed type with Mega Diancie. The Psyshock and Thunderbolt defog. Getting rid of hazards is really important, especially with the threat of Spike Skarmory, so I need to defog this week. T-Bolt hit Skarmory, and Psyshock basically hit most of his team. This can't really do much to Hoopa Unbound, but I was basically bound to play the stat game. I need to offensively pressure Hoopa. I can't beat it defensively. But if he's choice locked into like a dark move, then Como should be able to win. And I don't really see him clicking a psychic move too often when I have Heatran, Scizor, and Megalodios. And then the last Pokemon we got Autumn, the Neoligo. This is a really cool set inspired by the Stallbreaker Magearna set, which is Calm Mind Pain Split, which is designed to 1v1 Chansey. So I have a Charge Beam Pain Split set instead. The Power Gem as my general spammable stab move. With his Steel type being Skarmory, his Steel type doesn't resist Rock. Power Gem hits everything on his team, at least neutrally, with the exception of Swampert and Hitmontop. I didn't really see Hitmontop coming, but I thought Swampert might. So I have Grass Knot as a move to hit Swampert. And then with these EVs, it's basically designed to give me a speed boost after I get a kill, and then the rest is put into bulk. And this HP number is designed to maximize the amount of leftovers recovery, or black sludge in this case. Alright, so that said, let's look at the replay. So as you can see, he's brought Skarmory and Chansey, Kieran Black, Hoopa Unbound. Rabombi was an interesting pick. I didn't really anticipate that too much, but I should have pretty decent checks to it between my Neoligo and my Banded Scizor. And then he brought the Mega Diancie, which I was pretty confident was coming. So looking at this matchup, I feel pretty good about my prep. I definitely feel like when Scizor goes down, I mean not Skarmory, then Scizor can just sort of go in. My Como has an excellent chance of winning. But yeah, this Hoopa is going to be really annoying, and so is Kieran. Like these mons just kind of collect kills, so I really need to be on offense. So I led with Tangrowth, expecting a Mega Diancie lead, perhaps, which would be a good way to basically just try to pick up a kill from the get-go. But he's going to lead Skarmory, and I want to knock off this thing's helmet right away, as he does go for spikes. Here I'm going to expect a Toxic, predicting my Megalodios to come in. So I'm going to go into Neoligo, which can take a lot of hits quite well from this. Seeing his moveset at this point, he has Toxic and Spikes. I'm going to imagine he has Roost and probably Whirlwind as well, in case I'm something like a substitute Megalodios, or really any setup sweeper. So I'm quite confident that the Skarmory cannot touch my Neoligo. Here I'm going to try to catch the Chansey on the switch and go for Charge Beam. In hindsight, yeah, I should have just clicked Power Gem and see what he wants to do. But I missed anyway, so who cares? So now we go Tangrowth, which is our dedicated answer to this. So he does go for the nice Earth Power. Here we go for a Focus Blast. It hit Diancie hard, and would have also hit Kieran Black really hard. I've done decent damage to Skarmory, but we missed that too. So we go right back into Neoligo as he does Whirlwind. Brings the Scizor out. I decided to Superpower just to get some damage on him and try to force a Roost as he goes for spikes. He Roosts as I get my Latian, which is nice, and I need to get rid of these spikes, so let's go for the Defog here. He makes a misplay. I probably would have gone into Hoopa to collect my kill. He goes Chansey. I'm just going to go into my Neoligo on the Toxic, and here's where the fun begins. So I get a Charge Beam off, but don't get the boost, unfortunately. So he's just Seismic Tossing me, but he gets up Rocks. So we're not getting too many boosts here, unfortunately. But here we're getting one. And, he's just staying in here, and what I'm guessing is he's not predicting me to have the Pain Split. Like, not expecting that my Neoligo would be able to 1v1 this Chansey. And at some point, I'm just going to be way boosted. And like, his option at this point is to try to switch in like Mega Diancie on a boosted Neoligo. Basically, he's just in too deep. So we're just going to be able to keep boosting up. See Seismic Toss. And, I don't want to be too predictable with when I Pain Split, because his best way of dealing with this at this point is to get in Mega Diancie on a turn where I go for Pain Split, so you won't take a big hit. So I try not to Pain Split when I'm very low, but try to Pain Split a little early. So here we do just that. And we're just going to keep boosting up until we're able to comfortably do at least 48, or not 48. I think +6 power gem should do like 44 min to Chansey, and power gem has 32 PP, so he'd be able to force out all of his soft boileds. And Skarmory's at 99, not 100, so its sturdy's not intact. So we should be all set to sweep. So you're gonna go for Seismic Toss. Again, we Pain Split a little early, and this means he should be within a roll range of Power Gem. Pick up that KO. Pick up that KO. Welp, I just got 6-0'd. Hi, Kara. Yeah, it's setting in here. He's trying to PP stall a 32 PP move, by the way. It's gonna go. And he's gonna flee the battle, and that's gonna be GG. So we pick up a juicy little 6-0 win here, which is pretty nice. The Neo Ego set, pretty cool set, I think. I don't think I've ever seen anybody bring such a set. But it just 1v1 the Chansey, and then he couldn't do anything about it. Like, I remember I was so hyped during this game. After I killed the Chansey, I was like, "What's she gonna do? Bring out that sash Rabombi. You're not gonna kill me." This is a good game. Yeah, some people were like, "Oh, Hoopa destroyed you," and I'm like, "Well, if Hoopa locks itself, he was like banded Hoopa. Like, well, if that thing locks itself into a dark move, Como clicks Autotomize, and then it's picking up like, well, could kill his entire team. Yeah, Flash Cannon OKO's this and this, CC OKO's this. I mean, it doesn't OKO Chansey, but he wouldn't know how physically invested I'd be. OKO Skarmory, I'm pretty sure Life Orb CC will kill Kieran Black. Yeah, Como would have just ran train on his team if he tried to get such a kill. Like, I wasn't really too worried that I would hard lose to Hoopa. I thought I definitely had really good offensive counterplay. Anyways, that's going to be all for the first skin. I'll be covering 2 more